Aku nak kena nirone, kena nirona.
Good Boy Production.
Si Benin seya, baja nironi mo. Aba nironomo, ina nironomo. Yeah, yeah. Eba nironomo, dumu nironomo.
Esan wa busha. Esan. Igbe fún are. Esan Esan wa busha.
Aku nak kena nirone, kena nirona.
Good Boy Production.
Si Benin seya, baja nironi mo.
Share.
Aba nironomo,
Thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing.
ina nironomo.
Keep sharing.
Yeah, yeah. Eba nironomo, dumu nironomo.
morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I say good morning from my side. I greet us all in accordance to time. Welcome on board everyone out there. Esan sons and daughters, I greet us especially. Lovers of Esan people and lovers of truth. I welcome us on board. Please keep sharing. Invite more people to come join us. Esan sons and daughters out there, share to all Esan platform you know. Share to all Esan persons you know out there. Let's come to talk this morning. Thank you. Thank you for joining. The music need to play one more time. I have no copyright to this music playing on the background of this live stream this morning. Let me continue to play this wonderful music as we all keep sharing while we wait for other people to join us this morning. I know that there are a lot of people that are still working this time around, but it does not matter because this message is going to be put out there. And then whenever you come across it as an Esan person, as one who loves truth, as one who uses common sense to rationalize things, when you come across this video, even though it might not be live again, when you come across it, endeavor to also share, listen to it as well.
Good boy production.
Keep sharing, share. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, Samarele, oh, yeah, yeah. Marele, oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, Samarele, oh, yeah, yeah. Marele, oh, I'm your Esan. I'm your body son. Keep sharing. Invite more people to come join us. Thank you. Keep sharing.
Okay.
Just a moment. Just a moment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, good to go. I just have to update the topic, what I wrote there. I just have to update it. So it's perfectly updated. Once again, I thank us, every one of us. Those of us that are lovers of truth, those of us that hate propaganda, I thank us all and I greet us all. And most especially, I greet all Esan sons and daughters out there. And this morning, let us come and look into the subject matter that I have to tender before us this day again. Yes, I am mostly delighted. I am so happy because, do you know why I'm very happy? Let me let you know. I'm very happy because the Beninese, those of the Benin people who are into social media presentation, these Benin social media presenters, some of them, they know that I'm very important. They know that I am very important. So, you know, if you are not important, no one will take you serious. You know, if the truth that you're dishing out is not hitting them hard, they won't take you serious. They have taken me so serious. They go down to even taking my own pictures, making a Photoshop of me in a bastardized way and a mockery way, to make mockery of me. They seems not to know what they're doing because they don't know what they call social media bullying. I've been waiting for them to take me to court, to sue me for what they think I am doing that I have done wrong, so that I will be able to present what they will pay me for, and they will not be able to pay. I will be able to present what I always save everything they do to me on media, like taking my pictures, which is not accepted, except you give somebody permission to take your picture to make use of it on media. If you don't give anybody your permission, nobody have right to go into your Facebook page to take your picture and make use of the picture in any way they wish. They go to my page, they take my picture, they Photoshop the picture, my head, and in a very bastardized way and a mockery way. I see all of them posting it. They think they are wise. They don't know that they are playing foolishly. They are playing foolishly. They don't know. And I pity them. And it makes me laugh. And it makes me so happy. And the most of all, I've become subject matter to them because the truth I am dishing out is hitting them. But I want to tell you the truth. No kingdom will stand forever and ever without the aboriginal people standing up one day. Standing up onto the truth. No kingdom, no matter how long, they know that the truth is already shaking, quaking the foundation of propaganda that has been installed into some kingdoms in that part of the world, that has been installed in propaganda to propagate their supremacy and dominatory standard over other people. They know that there is never a time where it will continue like that. People are going to keep coming up and they are going to make sure that they do away with all this propaganda. So that is why they are so much afraid about me. That is why I am so much important to them now, for them to always talk about me. But I will never come up on board to come and make a video about them. I will always come up to come and narrate the truth as it is. But as it is stated out there on the screen, on your phone screen or your computer screen, whichever way you are watching from, as it is stated out there, the people of Ugboha kingdom are not descendants of Oba Ewari, as deceptively narrated by the Beninese. Esan people are not children of Oba of Benin. You see, Let me come again with this. Let me read it again. The people of Ugboha kingdom are not, I don't know why it's jumping. Are not, it's not, are not. The people of Ugboha kingdom are not descendants of Oba Eware as deceptively narrated by the Benins. Esan people are not children of Oba Eware or of Oba of Benin. The people of Ugboha kingdom are not descendants of Oba Eware as deceptively narrated by the Benins. Esan people are not children of Oba of Benin. The fact that there are some non-indigenous imposed kings upon indigenous people, it does not necessarily mean that such kings are indigenous to that kingdom. See, we the Esan people, we know kings that were sent. We know kings that were sent that are not aboriginals, that are not aborigines through that kingdom where they are king over. I'm not going to be talking about the Benin own. You know, there are some kings that were sent, they are sent from palace to go and become king over kingdoms or over a community that they are not aborigine to. So those kind of settings, they extended it to Esan land. Do you know how they want to make sure that that kind of settings continue in Esan land? Let me let you know what you don't know. I'm going to use the Onoji of Uromi as a case study. The Onoji of Uromi from time past and until now has also always been the one that always opposed the Oba of Benin when it comes to a particular supremacy pattern of kingship. And because of that, they technically used Governor Oshomole to dethrone the Onoji of Uromi then. And we, the Esan people, we know what transpires. But what we must not continue in any longer is keeping mute and playing neutral over ungodly and inhuman acts that has been happening. Now, you see, ever since I came on board to start letting us know that Esan people are not children of the Oba of Benin. Esan people are not children of the Benin people. You see, they continue in this their propaganda, and the more they do their propaganda, the more our eyes are being opened. They take picture of the king of Ugboha and took picture of the king of Isieluku and merge it together and say these two kings are descendants of Oba Eware the First. So, what are they trying to insinuate? Let us ask them what they are trying to insinuate. They are trying to let you know that they are the one who gave birth to you people. And I'm telling them that the fact that I'm not necessarily saying that the king of Ugboha is not aborigine to Ugboha land. That is not what I'm saying now. But in other way around, I am telling them that the fact that there are some kings, imposed kings upon particular kingdoms, these kings are not indigenous. If a king comes from another kingdom or from another clan to come become a king upon another clan, indigenous people of that clan, it does not mean that that king is aborigine to them. It does not necessarily mean that that king is aborigine to them. Do you get it? So, this propaganda will not last for long any longer. The veil of this propaganda that has been covering the faces of our people, they are all being torn, taken away by the reincarnate spirit of our ancestors. Do you know that The very issue that the Onoje of Uromi opposed was the Oba of Benin trapping the traditional council of Benin and making himself permanent chairman, which that chairmanship of the Benin Traditional Council is supposed to be rotational, the way a monarchical structure is rotational in the era of Ojisos. It has always been rotational, but the Yoruba make sure that he trapped that chairmanship of the Benin Traditional Council to a particular place where he is the permanent chairman. That is to say, nobody will have say. That is what is happening now. So, we are putting our voices to the Onojes in Esan land. We know that the propaganda that we are seeing out there is already vast. That is making, because when you are a permanent chairman of a particular sector, every other people there are your subjects. Other than that, you're not supposed to be a permanent chairman. So why they make sure that they technically turn the Esan people and other people, because I am not speaking for other people now, I am speaking for the Esan people because it is Esan focus. But I will always make reference outside Esan. They did this in making sure that we will continue to remain their subject, because when our kings, our own kings, first class kings, these are not kings that are not recognized politically as first class kings. They are recognized as first class king, and staff of office are given to every one of them. But there is a certain monarchical structure, I call it Nebuchadnezzar structure, that is happening in that part of the world that was later named as Edo State. So what is happening now? A permanent chairman will always send his subjects to say, you go and become king there, you go and become king there. And some of these kings are not aborigine to those places where they are being sent to go and become king. Do you know what always happens when one who is not aborigine is sent to go and become king in a particular kingdom? You know what happened? The reality of those people, culture, custom will be undermined, because that king will not play 100% play in accordance to the culture and custom of those people, because he is not aborigine there. If you are sent to a place where you are not aborigine, mostly you misrough the treasure of the people. You mishandle it, you misuse it. You even abuse their custom because you are not aborigine there. If care is not taken, you sell all their land. You lease their land the way you wish, because you know from within your heart that you are not aborigine there. That is what is happening. That is why you see that some kingdoms are not developing, because the kings that are sent there are not actually in reality aborigine of that kingdom. They were sent. So for this kind of Nebuchadnezzar kind of structure, monarchical structure to continue, one have to make himself a permanent chairman. A permanent chairman. And if he so wish, he will send his subjects to go to that place to go and become king there. And the children that are born into that kind of rulership, if they are not properly schooled as to how this king comes, they will be thinking that they are children of the king, because that king is also children or child of the Oba of Benin. So you see the technicality. So when you see your king who is a subject to another king, you will think that another king, they are the one who gave birth to you. That is where you emanated from. Not knowing that there is technicality there. The king that was sent from another place to come and become a king there is not aborigine. So this technicality is what I am coming to unveil. So we must know this, and we will begin to rise up to this truth. What I am saying now. Thank you, my brother Igueben. I just wanted to make use of Igueben. I just wanted to make reference to Igueben, but let me put that down now. I will go there. Do you know that what I am saying now, they are very, very much afraid of it, because it is truth that is shaking, quaking the foundation of the propaganda they've installed into our custom and culture. So when you see some kings, some of these kings, willingly or naturally becoming subject to the Oba of Benin, it is because they were sent by him. But before you came there to Esan land, there are aboriginals there. We are not taking any king as a yardstick who is a subject to the Oba of Benin to say we are children of the Oba of Benin. We know the existence of our Esanites. So, Esan people, we are going to rise up in making sure that we put stop to all this, in making sure we demand the needful. There are people who are supposed to be on throne, they are deprived from that throne because of a particular person who has made himself a particular chairman, a permanent chairman. This is what happened. This is exactly what happened. This is what the Onoje of Uromi opposed. This is what the Onoje of Uromi opposed. You people don't, you people that are not really paying attention to how things are played in your aboriginal land, you wouldn't know what is happening. But this is what is happening. So when the Onoje of Uromi challenged that kind of structure, they used Oshomole to dethrone him. That is humiliation, to humiliate him. So, Esan people, how long shall we continue to keep mute? The Ijaw people, nobody dares them like this. The Ijaw people, nobody dares them like this. We, the Esan people, we are very strong, spiritually and physically. But do you know what is wrong with us? We are now playing neutral. And the time is now where we ought to stand up to reality. Let no one twist our culture, our history any longer. Let no one misnarrate our history any longer. The propaganda that is there is very, very transparent for a layman to understand. All this propaganda, we understand all the propaganda. Esan, if we continue to see that some of these our kings are still subjecting themselves to a particular king, we now need to come up to all these kings to let them know, if you continue in such way, you will not have our subjects. You will have that throne that you are sitting upon, but you will not have subjects. We are the indigenous people. I am not saying that all the kings that we have there in Esan land are not aborigine to the land, but I am telling you some technicality that has been fused, that is fused technically into our custom and traditions. And we are going to put a stop to that. We ought to put a stop to that, no matter how long the propaganda have stayed. That is why you see that they quickly jump into media. In short, they are relying on some Esan people who are beguiled, who are deceived with this "we are one." And these Esan people do not know this. They are helping them to propagate these histories. Just like I was doing. They are helping them to propagate. And when you are helping them to propagate that history, you will become their right-hand man. You will be the best. You will be so good. They will sing your praise. But immediately your eyes is open. Your eyes are open. You begin to see that this history of theirs that you have been propagating is a history of supremacy. Is a history of domination, to dominate you. And when your eyes are open also, you begin to awaken to the reality and say, no, you are not going to do that any longer. You will become their enemy. I am saying this, that they should not be too happy because they see maybe one or two Esan people that is helping them to propagate those history, and they are all there like bees in that page. That man will wake up very soon. That is an Esan man. He will wake up very soon. By virtue of us that are now at the awoken. He will wake up very soon. Do you know that when you are being foolish onto a particular propaganda, the propagandists will be happy. They will be telling you that you are so intelligent. They will be telling you that you are so bold. Because they are making use of you. But you do not know. You might have a page that you have monetized. You might have a page that you have monetized, which you use to propagate all those kind of propaganda, non-factual history, distorted histories. And the Benin people will come in helping you to give you more share and all that, and you'll be making money from it. But I tell you the truth, whether you choose to like it or not, you will definitely wake up to the truth. And you will see, the very day you wake up, you will become ashamed of yourself. That how come you have remained in this kind of falsehood for long? It's not that it is your nature, it was your nature for you to propagate falsehood, but you were beguiled into that falsehood by telling you that we are one, by distorting your own very history. And unknowingly to you, you are being hypocritical to yourself. By propagating history that have you as second-class citizens. That have you as second-class individual. Naturally, the Esan people are second to none. They are second to none. But you are going to feel very, very ashamed when you become awoken to this reality that you have been propagating history that have you as second to them. You have been propagating history that have you as their children, meanwhile you are not. You have been propagating history that devalues you. That devalues you, because when you are seen as second in any sector, that is devaluation. Ordinarily, you are not second. No one should be second to any. As a matter of fact, when it comes to nature. Because every one of us, we are unique people. But when you have a particular propaganda, a particular history that is transported by propaganda, that is telling you that you are their junior, that is gross devaluation. You've been devalued to become subjects of a particular group of people. That is why they do have it that and that they ought to break kola nuts to lead prayer where you are seated as an elderly man. That is what they are using to supplement such standard, such concepts, deceptive concepts, to deceive you and to make you believe that they gave birth to you, or they are your fathers, you are their children, you emanated from them. But like they have been propagating that the Ugboha king is a descendant of Oba of Benin, or Oba Ewari first. And I am asking them, tell us, that very king how he was the first son, the second son, the third son in rating, in ranking. Because when you give birth to your children, you do have them as first son, second son. How come their surname are not your name? Because if you give birth to somebody, his surname is supposed to be your name, the person you gave birth to. We know that Obaewari the first, his name is Ogun, Prince Ogun, who became Obaewari the first. If that king of Ugboa, these people are propagating that is a descendant or is the descendant of Obaewari the first, his own name should have been, for example, Aitwaibo Ogun. How come his surname is not Ogun? How come his surname is not Ewari? Because if his surname is Ewari, the Esan people will reject such king. But there are still some few kings that are imposed. And we, the Esan people, we know that. That is why we are not coming to use social media to begin to list them, to name their name. No, I will not call names here. But within our community, I am asking the Igueben race of the Esan people to begin to hold meeting on this. I am putting out my voice to Esan sons and daughters, Esan mothers and fathers, to begin to look into this. Because if you are truly indigenous to the Esan and your aboriginal king, there is never a day you will allow yourself to become subject to another king. Why you are subject to another king is a clear indication that you were sent by the king. You are the king of the or you are the subject of that king. It does not mean that you were sent to by the king, that kingdom, they emanated from where you are subject to. It does not necessarily mean so. But we are going to sanitize our kingdoms. The indigenous people of the East of Esan land, they will sanitize their kingdoms. They will sanitize their kingdoms. They will retrieve their hijacked throne. The aboriginals, they are crying because they've been oppressed by a particular structure which you have there in the Benin Traditional Council, having one person as a permanent chairman. Because when you are a permanent chairman, do you know what that means? That propaganda will stay. Nobody will be able to challenge that propaganda. But we are going to unturn that propaganda. I am putting my voice out to the Esan people and every well-meaning Esan persons that are here. I want you to share this broadcast to every Esan page you know. We ought to speak to our kings. For them not to submit themselves as subject to another king, it is not correct spiritually, it is not correct morally, it is not correct physically, it is never correct. It is ungodly, it is inhuman. A king cannot be subject to another king. Every king ought to be independently recognized. Every king ought to be independently recognized. It is the first son of the king that becomes heir to the throne, not the son of another king somewhere that should be sent to come and become heir to that throne. It is not correct. Because they are using that to subject us to them. When I send my own son to go and become king in a particular village, in a particular kingdom, I have distorted their code of conduct. I have distorted their code of conduct. And I am trying to make sure that with that my son, who is truly my son, those people that I have sent him to go and become king over, indirectly, they will turn to my subjects, because the king that I sent there is the one that is king over them. This is the technicality that is happening. That is why you saw when the Olu of Warri came up, first of all, what he did was to return the curse they laid on them way back, just like they by themselves laid curse on Ikoka. They are the ones that have it in their parable that says, Igueben. We are not the ones that have it. They are the ones who by themselves laid curse on Ikoka. By their own selves. And the Olu of Warri confirmed it. That as a king, he makes sure that he returned those kind of curses. Trying to make sure he traces their ancestry to where they feel at home, to where nobody will dominate them, to where nobody will come and play king of all kings, lord of all lords over them. And it seems my Esan people, they are still sleeping. Reasons, because of some kings that are putting themselves as subjects to another king. So, like I told you right now, we the Esan people, we should not tolerate this any longer, because our code of conduct, culturally, traditionally, has been largely distorted by the Benins. By the Benins. That is why we need to push for the creation of our state, so that we unfuse ourselves from that kind of traditional council. Because when we are not together in that state with them, the state will remain those states. They will have their own state. And we cannot be part and parcel of such traditional council, because it is called Benin Traditional Council. Benin Traditional Council, where they are the permanent chairman, where they want to make sure that Esan people never come on board as governor. Because they know that when Esan person become governor, those things are going to be cross-checked. And they are going, because they know that the governor have power over the king. Constitutionally, the king is subject to the local government chairman. That is what the constitution states. And they know that the Esans, they are very intelligent. Immediately Esan become governor, those abnormality will be aborted. Those abnormality will be aborted. Because we are not fools. Majiyuki, you cannot make yourself. Let me put my phone number. I don't know whether some persons will call. The deception is so transparent, my people. Very, very transparent. The deception is so transparent. That is why they don't want to lose that their supremacy concept. But before we get there, we must not at any cost allow these people to come to Esan land to come and say they want to break Kola as senior. And any Onoje or any elderly person that is subjecting himself to such, asking if there is a Benin man here to come and break Kola, do not allow that meeting to continue. Do not. Hello. Oboshamba.
I'm just watching your program. I say let me contribute. Esan focus.
Esan Igueben.
Esan
Oye.
I'm so happy for me to be a member of Esan focus because I'm from Esan Northeast local government in Urumi.
Okay.
You understand? I'm from Urumi. Actually, I will contribute to this your program.
Yes.
Because when you were working, when you were in Benin emancipation, I've always been your fans. Yes. You understand? But I just surprised to see you come back home because we need somebody like you to be the mouthpiece of with the Esan people. And when we're very matter.
My homie, very clear and loud.
So with the Asians hope and in Nigeria, we are fully in support of this your program. You understand? Because that Edo state you are seeing today, with the Esan people, we have contributed to any other people in that Edo state. Understand?
Yeah.
When it comes to the political in Nigeria, I don't believe say anybody don't ever contribute with Anthony Inahoro for that Edo state. If you check that Edo state House of Assembly today, Anthony Inahoro maybe here. The Asian people will produce first lady in Nigeria. The Asian people will produce most of the position in that Edo state when it comes to federal government in Nigeria today. So how come with the Asian people we are being neglected for how many years? On my since I was born, I've never seen an Asian man become the governor of Edo State. It was only football who tried to be the governor. They're also a teaching. You understand?
Yes, because they know how intelligent he is, they know how bold he is, and they know that he's from Urumi. When they later realize that he's from Urumi, because the Urumi has always been like bone in their throats. You understand? They quickly walk against him.
The Asian people, believe me today, this program what you do today, so yesterday this your program cost fight between me and some Benin people for my city for Germany. You don't understand? This your program, so he wants to decide the two Asian lands. Now we want to take our position by all means. Online, this your program, and me, I will share this video, the better audio for our king say, online, our king should also stand on their ground and say enough is enough. How long are we going to keep quiet? Online, that Benin way is so, you know, most of all those houses were Benin, most of all those hotels, it's being owned by Asian people. Go outside Nigeria, go Lagos, go Port Harcourt, before even the Asians even get. We haven't get name past those Benin people when they make mass, they talk. Because even they mention name for that Benin stuff there. We know people who go they mention their name when come for Asian land. Go and don't say most of all those houses where they see all those hotels, everything, we own by Asian people. What when they talk about where our king you also their hands,
thank you, my brother.
Stand for their ground. People want to they use them, go to the rough ground. We don't need that thing again.
Thank you very much. Let me allow other people to call. Thank you, Obulu.
Okay.
We heard all you said. Thank you. Yes, Don Success, thank you as well.
Good boy production.
Vaga yo la kire romo suwa. Mary Lou. Oh yeah yeah. Okay, Mary Lou. Oh yeah yeah. Mary Lou. Oh yeah yeah. Okay, Mary Lou. Oh yeah yeah. Mary Lou. Oh me toto. Oje me toto. Apa me toto. Ina me toto. Egba me toto. Domo me toto. Apa me jale jaba me do amo. Ina me jaba me do amo. Egba me jaba me do amo. Domo me jaba me do amo. Ebare danye. Ebare danye.
Okay, son. Bunu. Yes. Thank you. I meant to say Ekboma and I called them Uromi. But thank you for quickly setting out the correction as quick as possible. But nevertheless, what we are saying still remains that with all our intelligence when it comes to music, with all our intelligence when it comes to academics, with all our intelligence when it comes to spirituality, with all our intelligence when it comes to physical minds, we have been subjected. Like all this music I've been playing to you, nobody hear it on the media. These are hit music, hit tracks. Like all this music I've been playing to you, nobody hear it on the media. Imagine if we have Esan State. We must make sure that this governorship election do not pass us by. These governorship seats do not pass us by, so to say. We must make sure. And first of all Esan sons and daughters that have been living inside Benin City, we are born there. If you want to vote, you go to your local government area. Travel from that Benin City to your local government area. Go and cast your vote there. Go and cast your vote there. It will help in letting it know that the Esan people, they have the highest votes. That is always casted during elections. But when we are voting inside that Oriedo, Igueben local government and so on where we are, where we be living, they later come and count the votes, the one that come from each local government. The ones that Esan sons and daughters voted where they are, they will not count them to Esan vote. They will count them as Edo votes. So that is why we must first of all understand how not to vote erroneously. You need to share this broadcast because a lot of people don't know this. I am telling you, they don't know. They don't know. A lot of us have been deceived with we are one, but they know that we are not one. They're only using us as their subjects. So you need to share this broadcast so that every other people will get to be aware of what I am saying now. Most especially how we've been voting erroneously. We didn't know that that these votes are differentiated after vote has been casted. And when they are differentiating the votes, they don't do it rationally to say, okay, these people are Esan people. If you go to Igueben local government, we are the predominant there. Go to Umo, the local government. You have the Esans, the Urubos, the Edos there. And when you remove all those people from there, you will see that the Edos, they are minor. For this to be proven adequately, when election comes, with our large group of people, with our numbers, we need to move with our mass exodus. Just move to our various local government area to go and cast votes there, because that is how it's supposed to be. We've been cheated for long. We've been undermined for long, and most especially the history I am talking about now concerning the people of Ugboha. Do you know that if you go and study Ugboha history, the place that is our ancestral land, our ancestral home, is Igun. Is Igun. We migrated from there to that Esan land to go and find that Ugboha kingdom there. But our ancestral land is Igun, and the Benin call it Igun Ugboha. That is our quarters, our ancestral land. That is our ancestral home. But today they take pride of everything, stigmatize everything to themselves, and tell you that we are their children. And tell you that we are their children. They forgot to acknowledge that the mass exodus from River Nile to that part of the world, that rainforest, that part of the world that is now called Benin City or Benin Kingdom today. When we were coming, some of the indigenous people, the Esan people, the people that are known as Esan people of today, they did not all follow. Because it's Idu, the person that is called Idu, that is identified as Idu, was the one that led the mass exodus from around that River Nile area, then to that part of the world that was later called Benin Kingdom, which was originally Igodomigodo. And some of these Esan people that did not continue that journey, some of them went to go and settle in some of the kingdoms that are known as Esan today. When we now have issues together, where we were dwelling together as people who dwell together, who lived together, when we now had issue, we started moving from that center again to go and join our Esan people there. Then why some also went to go and find their kingdoms in that areas where there are already in that geographical space, because there were also empty spaces there, and they found their kingdom. Because the Esan people, they don't like to subject themselves onto another kingdom. Wherever they reach, wherever they get to, they find their kingdom there. They found their kingdom there. Don't forget that the Igueben you're talking about now, they were Esan people originally. Esan people originally, who were under the Oba rulership because of the dynasty, the Oba dynasty which a particular rotational structure was trapped into. So they were always warriors, but they are Esan people. When they went for war, to go and fight the Ida war, that place they settled, took a break, took a rest, sat down, took some yam crops, the yam crops, the food crops they took alongside with them, the yam, corn, whatever it is, they ate where they waited and took rest when they were going for the Ida war. These are Esan warriors. They sat there, took rest, roasted their yam, roasted their corn, their food crops they prepared and eat. The particles of the yam and some other food crops, vegetables, they threw away where they sat inside that forest. When they were coming back from the war, they realized that the food crops they ate and the particles of the food crops, the remnants of the food crops, they germinate in that place. And they saw, this place is fertile. This place is fertile. I think we have to find our kingdom here. Being that whole kingdom has been trapped into Oba dynasty, they sent message to the Oba that they want to find their kingdom here. This place is a fertile land. That is how they remain there. And they are the Igueben casters. When you see this Ada and Igueben, that is called Igueben, it is no tribe should lay claim on it only, because it started right from the era of the Idu. It's our identity. So when you put it together, it symbolizes coexistence. That is why you see it like this. Coexistence, that is the symbol of it. Do you know that most of these things today has been stigmatized, privatized, so to say, to the Beninese only? It does not mean that that's any group of people that has stake to Idu, that has ancestry to Idu. That's logo. Let us now call it logo. It's yours as well. It's not the Beninese own only. They also have rights to it. You have rights to it. Anybody who has stake in Idu, who you know fully well that your own kingdom or your own group of people, your own clan also emanated from Idu, you also have stake to that symbol, Ada and Igueben. It means coexistence of multi-ethnic group of people. So nobody, the Igueben casters are the Igueben people. That is why they call it the village of Igueben, where Igueben is casted. The Ugboha, that place you call Igun, is their ancestral home, is their quarters. Is their quarters. So enough of that kind of history where you subject yourself. Yes, Martin, what you're saying now is another version of the history. History is vast. History is vast. I am telling you how the place, the kingdom that is called Igueben was later founded. I am not disputing where the people are from. Where the people are from. I am not disputing that, Miss Martins. So this is another narrative that is also factual. Martins doing. It is also factual, what you just stated out now. But it does not mean that that particular history don't have another face. History is vast. So don't say that that is not true. Go and ask this history. Go and research. Go and take books that dated back, way back before the Oba dynasties. And you get to see how the Igueben people were major, they were the warriors that went for that war. So the particular family in Esan they belong is not what I am narrating to you. If that is what you are narrating, which is fine. Yes, Mattis, that is what we are saying. We are not saying that Esan and Benin are not brothers. Do you get it? That is not what I am saying, and that is not what I am not saying. I am not saying Esan and Benin are not brothers. I am not saying Esan and Benin are brothers. You understand? Let no people beguile you with brothers any longer. When they tell you that they gave birth to us, and another version is telling you that we are brothers, what does that tell you? Can a brother give birth to his brother? What does that tell you? Common sense will tell you that a brother cannot give birth to his brother. So, if Esan and Benin are brothers, why don't you have it to say the Esan people are the one who gave birth to the Benin people? But you enjoy it when you say Esan and Benin are brothers. Then you go on the other way around to say the Benin people are the ones who gave birth to the Esan people, or the Esan people, they are children, they are descendants of Oba Eware the First. You enjoy it like that. No, you have to turn it around. You say Esan and Benin, they are brothers. The Esan people are the one who gave birth to the Esan people, the Benin people. Let's see if you will accept it. If you will not accept it, what you are imposing on us is nothing but domination, supremacy. Supremacy. So when you say the Esans and the Benin, they are brothers. Likewise the Urobos, likewise the Afemas, likewise the Ikas, likewise the Ijos, likewise all of us that have stake to we do. It's not only the Esans and Benin that are brothers. We are all brothers in reality. But what we are saying is that no one should come and lay claim over a particular people. You understand? We are all brothers, we agree, but the Benin people are not the one who gave birth to us. Oba Eware the First did not give birth to the Esan people. So, a lot of Esans, some of the Esans you see, these children of this generation, they are emotionally fused to that Esan and Benin are brothers. And they are deceived on the long run. After they tell you that we are brothers, they will tell you again the other version that, let me block this one, I've seen you. They will tell you again the other version that they are the one who gave birth to us. But why not ask them to say, okay, after you said we are brothers, can a brother in reality give birth to his brother? Ask them, can a brother give birth to his brother? Then ask them, why is it that after you now say Esan and Benin are brothers, why don't you have it saying like this, that the Esan people are the ones who gave birth to the Edo people? If they will be comfortable with that kind of narrative. But they will not. But they will be comfortable. They are very, very much comfortable in it. Why they are saying that they are the one who gave birth to the Esan people? To dominate us. To make us subject ourselves to them continuously. But it will never happen again. It will never happen again. That is why we are not telling you rightly to your faces that we are not your children. Our names, there is no Esan names that has Oba as their surname. It is clear indication. Every children have their father's name as their surname. Every children have their father's name as their surname. So when one is telling you that a particular king is the one who gave birth to you, you have to check if you bear his surname. If you bear his surname, then you don't have right to be in our kingdom. Because Oji Amiri San, I'm your Bawi San. Oji Malene, man lompa. E wa dagole ni a. So you okay san, mak malo. Ocha abo egbe woto. Oni moluna. Oni moluna cha abo egbe, oni kona ocha abo egbe woto. Ma yi ran. Eje ma yi ran. Ma yi ran. Naroboro. Eki ewe. Ene sonona. Ene kuna. E chabo egbe woto. Ochabo egbe woto. Majo eje. And now they are afraid. They are afraid because they are hearing the truth. Do you know how many sacrifices have been done in time past and until now for your eyes not to be open? That is why there is a particular chamber in that palace of Benin where other tribes cannot become chief. Igueben. It's only the Edos that are. And the Uzama Nihion. The Uzama Nihion, the Iguebos in the palace of Oba Benin. They don't allow no other tribe can become chief in that chamber. It's only the Edo people. Do you know how many sacrifices has been done and are being done for your eyes not to be open to this reality? Because immediately our eyes are open to this reality, their supremacy and dominatory standard will fail. And they see that it is failing already. They take the matter to court, they work. Court no they sign up for them, say they win. And they see that more people are coming up to question it, to question and to criticize that particular structure. Where they restrict themselves to is threatening. Is threatening. If you are being threatened, it is because they need to shut you up. They need to take you off the lane. Why do they need to take you off the lane? Why do they need to shut you up with all manners of threats? It is because they know that if you remain there, more people will be awoken. And when more people are awoken, power will change hands. Normality will be installed back into the system, back into the society. They don't want power to change hands. They don't want power to change hands in any way. They don't want power to change hands in any way. And the reincarnate spirit of our ancestors, they are awoken in this generation. They are awoken in the indigenous people. They are awoken in the indigenous people. The sacrifices that has been done to continue to hypnotize the people hypnotize the people into a particular ungodly and inhuman Nebuchadnezzar monarchical structure. They see that the sacrifices are not having their way any longer. Because a people can never be oppressed technically or otherwise forever. They will definitely emerge to the table, to the seat of adjustment. That is what is happening now. But I tell you the truth, those few Esan people that are not up to 1%, that are still helping the Benin to propagate these not factual histories, immediately their eyes are open, they will become ashamed to themselves. That how come I have walked against myself unknowingly? How come I have been walking against myself unknowingly? That is what is happening. But the truth of the matter is that power will definitely change hands. A journey of 1,000 miles starts one day. It begins from somewhere. Let nobody deceive you any longer that we are one. And on the other way around, they are telling you that they are the one that gave birth to you. That is the meaning of the one we're talking about. We are all one, but oneness can be defined. Whether you be Edo, whether you be Esan, whether you be Igbo, whether you be Yoruba, whether wherever you think you are, we are all one. Not only the Edo and the Esans that are one. Don't let them deceive you with we are one. Before you say Jack Robinson, they don't jump, come out. We are one, we are one. Like as if your message is telling them that we are not one. Like as if your message is emphasizing that we are one. Oneness can be defined. Inside oneness, it ought to be necessarily defined. We are one. As Africans, we are one. There is no two Africans. We are one. And our oneness do not end with Edo and Esan. We are one. As a matter of fact, it is still one Nigeria that we have. So when you are saying we are one, you are correct. But I tell you the truth. We have unique identities. When the rainbow surfaces in the sky, is it not one rainbow, but different colors? Different colors, unique colors. No one inside that color will lay claim over the other color that it is from him or it is from the color the other color emerged. Is it not one rainbow that has different color, that have similar and dissimilar color as well? Does that mean that one inside that color is the one who found other color? When the people are telling you that we are one, in the other way around, they are telling you that they are the one that gave birth to you. And you don't bear their surnames. They are dominating you. Devaluing you. Erroneously narrating your history deliberately. And you are subjecting yourselves to that we are one. And all Esan platform that is going to be, you know, when I was telling them that Esan, more Esan people are coming, they think I am the only one there. They think I am joking. We are not going to give you people space to come and dominate our platform any longer, because we now understand what you do. You go and dominate. When you allow a particular group of people to dominate you, while they are dominating you, they are imposing that kind of history that is erroneous. You will not be able to breathe. So when you see them coming, block them. and allow your people to listen to you. Block them. Block them. So that they will not dominate. When they just see, in short, when anything Esan they just smell reach them, whew, they don't show. Do you know why they are always dominating all Esan page? They want to see if you people are awoken. Immediately they know that you are awoken, they will come in their troops with propaganda history, recirculating the history that has been narrated that are not archaeologically proven. History that with common sense, it can be questioned. With common sense, you can question those histories to know that they are lies, made up histories. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Aiki.
Good afternoon, Mr. Koji.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, I just saw your program right now, and I'm interested. How is everything?
Oh, everything is fine, bro. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm okay. Yeah, I saw I wanted to throw more light on the kings in Esan land.
Okay.
I saw that you wrote the indigenous imposed kings upon indigenous people. It doesn't necessarily mean that such kings are indigenous to that kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to make it very clear that there is no Benin king in Esan land. All the kings that are in Esan land, either they are not directly or indirectly indigenous to the land. There are kings in Esan land.
Yes, of course.
That came from Benin. It's actually true that there is king in Esan land that came from Benin. But it doesn't necessarily mean those
they are
kings
Benin.
are Benin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
originally, if any king asks you in Esan land, tell you that they come from Benin, ask them, how did they get to Benin in the first place?
You know, sorry, I will let you go. I will let you narrate everything because I know you have a lot to tell us. Now, you see, that is why I now went in the other way. And you know, when people are trying to be technical, you also debunk them technically. That is why I now ask them in my narration. If you say the Onoje of Ugboa is descendant of the Oba of Benin, Oba Ewari the First. Oba Ewari the First name is Prince Ogun. Is that the name of the king from Ugboa? Is his surname Ogun? Is his surname Ewari? No. So how can you now say that somebody who don't bear your surname is your descendant?
It's a lie. The king of Ugboa is not a descendant of Oba Ewari.
Yes.
That is a bloody lie. You understand? I've mentioned it to you before. There is no king in Esan. There is a direct descendant of any Oba of Benin.
Yes.
You understand? Any king you see in Esan land that has relationship with Benin, how it happened is that these are Idu people that once lived in Esan land. They migrated to the southern part of the rainforest and founded Igueben over time. So they evolved. They were having Ejionwele. Later on, they were having Ojisos. But later on, of course, power changed hands. There was Orome and they now have a bad dynasty.
Exactly.
So in 14th century, when they started having issues with the Oba of Benin, they went back to the southern part of, which is they retrieved back to the Esan Platoon Forest, as in they were calling that place Platoon territory, because they left some of their brothers in the Platoon territory many years ago. So they reunite with those one when they were having issues with the Oba of Benin. So those people that reunite with their brothers in the Platoon territory, they are not children of the Oba. These are the people they are saying came from Benin. So how did they become children of the Oba? Have you asked them the particular Oba that gave birth to them?
I have asked them in my broadcast. They are not able to answer.
They say Oba Ewari. Let them call in because I'm going to name the children of Oba Ewari. Don't you know the children of Oba Ewari?
Very well. Thank you We need to do.
Upame was there.
Yes.
Who else? Ozoti, is it Ozoti among of them?
Yes. Ezoti.
Yes. Exalted, yeah. These are children of Obaiwa. It's well documented in their history, short history of Benin. So why are they saying that Obaiwa they gave birth to this when they have no record to prove that? Don't they know the children of Obaiwa?
Okay.
The Igbo people are believing in this and one of the indigenous people are believing in this for thousands of years. So that relationship they are saying that somebody went to Benin, Obaiwa they have a child in Ugbo. This is how it happened. There were some chiefs and some people in Esan that went to Benin to go and take title. They left Esan, not only Ugbo. Some other kingdoms in Esan in 14th century, they went to there was a conference, some kind of conference called by Obaiwa. So they went and take a title. So are they saying that because somebody went to Benin to take a title, the person is automatically in charge of the Oba of Ewari?
Okay. Just like Dion Osage went to Igbo land and take a title there.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So that's what they're trying to. That's what they're twisting history around. So they say Obaiwa gave birth to him, but there is no name of such. If you talk about the genealogy, direct children of Obaiwa, that Obaiwa gave birth to in the charge of the OJ of Boha. It is a lie. Forget about them. They live on propaganda. So that's how they were born. Children that are born on lies. They were born inside lies.
Yes.
You understand?
Studied it in university as history and come out as historians.
Not even study. It is something they were born into.
Yeah. I know some of them. I know some of them. I know few of them that went to Institute of Benin Study to go and study those lies and come up to be feeding the people with the lies they graduated upon. Lies upon lies.
So there is no king. Let me make it very clear so that everybody can listen. There is no king, any of the Oba, whether starting from Oba Iweka the first to this present Oba Ewari the second, gave birth to in Esan land.
No one.
The only person, after I drop my call, let them call and tell me the Oba that gave birth to a particular king, then I will come up again. The only king that has a direct bloodline.
Maternally, not paternally, maternally.
Maternally,
yes.
I'm talking about, is the Ojiruwa. And the Ojiruwa, how it happened is this. He married this the sister of Oba Ewari the first, which is a daughter to Oba Ohen. Oba Ohen is the father of Oba Ewari the first. So the Iruwa, which is the daughter Iruwa, and that is the name they call her, was the senior sister to Oba Ewari the first. So he married the daughter. That is the only person in Esan that has a direct blood lineage to the Oba, and it's still on the maternal side. So if they tell you that Esan gave Oba, the whole OG is on their Oba, you ask them which Oba gave birth to them, particularly. Let them call and name the Oba children. Who is the person, the first person? They say Ogun. But Ogun is not the first person that started the dynasty of Boha.
No, listen, get it, listen, sir. Listen, my brother. You see, what I am using to debunk them now, because I'm seeing their pictures. They took the picture of Onoje of Ugboha to say he is descendant of Oba Ewari the first. And I am asking them that Oba Ewari the first name is Ogun, Prince Ogun. And his title is Ewai. Let them go and check the name, the surname of the king of Ugboa. If his surname is is Ogun, if his surname is Ogun, and his surname is not, because naturally, ordinarily, you are meant to bear the name of your father. But it's not like that. So that is what. And secondly, it is explicitly stated in correct history that that part of the world that is now called Igun today, Igun, Ogun is different from Igun. That part of the world is the quarters of the Ugboa people. They are ancestral. They own that place ancestrally before they also extend to go and meet their brother or to go and found that kingdom called them Ugboa kingdom. So they are trying to lay claim on everything without explaining.
No. Where they are gotten it wrong. Even if Ugboa has a king, there are people that have been living in Ugboa for thousands of years. And there is a particular people, Ugboa people, as in the names they call Ugboa people.
Oh wow!
At that time.
And then
they don't really call them. There are people in Ugboa, specific people, Idumambo people, these are the specific people that were living there before some of our people in Benin. Of course, they migrated to come and meet our people in the Plateau territory, which is 14th century.
Yes.
Idumambo people. Go and ask anybody who serve the spirit of Oto. They are the people that hold Uhure. They are the ones that conduct Oto festival. Any Idumu that conduct Oto festival, they are the owner of that kingdom.
We still conduct annually. We conduct Oto festival annually. I am a royalty myself, so we conduct Oto festival.
Particular Idumu that do it, which is Idumambo. They are the people that have been there. Everybody that came from Benin met these people there. So these are the indigenous people in that place. So the king of Ugboa is not any son to Oba. He's a propaganda. Disregard any propaganda you hear.
I will not regard such propaganda in any way. I will not. Our Esan sons and daughters that are dead, that has been following them because of this deceptive Okpamahin, we ought to let them know to disregard such propaganda. But someone like me, I cannot regard such propaganda.
They are all propaganda, so they don't have any charge that is in Esan. In their palace, this is what they told them in their palace. All the whole king in Esan were given birth to by Oba. Oba born all the whole children of Esan. If people can tell you Oba all land from Benin to America, you can understand the kind of the mentality they have. So that is to tell you that these people, they are
and the propaganda is so funny. The lies is so funny. The propaganda is so funny for anybody with common sense to detect that this thing you're saying is a lie. It's so cheap, understand? They are telling cheap lie. They are living upon cheap propaganda, and they think it will continue like that. It will not continue like that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks a lot. I'm bye for now. So you see, Mr. Okoji, he just elaborated on it more to make it more elaborate, to make it more transparent. You understand? That is why I asked them from the beginning. You said that the truth of the matter is, we know that all these kings you see in Esan land, it's not that they are not Esan. They are Esans. You understand? But they are not Benins that we are saying. They are not Edo people. In short, they don't even know how to speak Edo. You can imagine. They don't even know how to speak Edo. And that is why I now went again, on the other hand, to tell them that even though, for example, you even send somebody to come and become a king upon a particular people, it does not necessarily mean that he is aborigine in that land, necessarily, if we want to look it from that aspect where they are narrating it from. Lies upon lies. Hello?
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 Hello, Mr. Okosu. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm watching your program. Esan, oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my brother, I want to contribute. I greet everybody in the house.
Greetings to you.
I want to contribute little. I'm a do man. Mr. Ode is talking.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
You don't say yeah, tomorrow what you do?
I don't know. You call in. I don't know. I can't save everybody's number on my phone because everybody.
Okay. It's not a problem. I just want to contribute. You understand? We the Edo, we the Benin, we know everything. Not that we don't know. One thing I'm still begging for is that we don't have to be like having problems within ourselves. Because
my brother, just go ahead. We are not having problem with ourselves. We are only rightly defining ourselves. It's not a problem. So just go ahead to tell us what you have to tell us. So when you're saying having problem with ourselves, it looks like as if we're already having problem. We don't have problem. It's the people that don't want us to rightly define ourselves that is seeing it as problem. So there is no problem at all.
Okay, thank you very much. You know one thing, all the time you mention Benin people, Benin people. The other time I told you there are two different people in that called Benin today. You understand? The first Oba that stepped foot to this land, Igueben land, Oromia. Oromia met people in that land.
Okay.
So hello?
Yes.
Oromia met people in that land. These are questions I'm also asking my own Benin people today. Oromia came to see trees or he met people. If you move from one place and go to another place and you met people there, you understand? People were already there. Where are these people that were there? I'm asking. These are the questions we need to be asking ourselves. We don't need to be differentiating our... Hello?
Yes, we are hearing you, please.
Yeah, so we don't need to be differentiating ourselves. We are one. There are just few people that is giving us this problem because Oromia come to Igueben. He met people there, he married there, he have a child from there. So which means people were living there before. In addition to all these things that till tomorrow, if any story you had, I have not had a story called Oba. I only had a story Ogiso. So me myself, I'm also asking my Benin people, where is this Ogiso we are hearing this story? Then my people cannot prove it. You understand?
Yes.
There's nothing what we should be arguing. We should just say the truth to the whole world to know that people were living here before before they came in, before they came in as over. That one is everybody knows this thing. You understand?
Yes.
We don't need to be having problems. Me, I know all these laws that they are using today, we are formed inside their secret court. You understand? They will just make one law inside their secret court and bring it to the people to be using. You understand? Did you know I sent my foot to Europe before I know that Oba is not the owner of the land in Europe? They bring us up that Oba holds all land. You understand?
Yes.
You know? You understand?
Yes.
We have been in this problem for a long time, but making changes is something I will 100% support. You understand? We cannot just be living with some laws from few people, living inside one house, bring it to the public. Everybody must be, obeying this law. If you talk, they say they want to kill you. The way they are threatening you as this, and they are also threatening me as Benin. That's why am I talking that way? I need to talk truth. You understand?
Yes.
You bring facts out.
Yes.
You are really doing a very good job. But the only thing is that try to know Benin, we are not one. Inside Benin, there are still two groups of people.
I know. I know, my brother. See, I also want you to try to know that is why we call this place Esan Focus. So I don't have the right. I am not within that right to start narrating those Benin people that know this, and they are the Benin. They know that these are the two. They ought to come to be doing justice to that history. So this is Esan Focus. We are trying to confuse ourselves from all those manner of propaganda, but knowing fully well that there are two group of people there that are now generalized as Benin today. Me, I'm not a Benin man, I'm Esan man. So the Benin people in that circle, they ought to emerge. So no, I don't want to work for anybody as errandes again. I did it before and I know what I saw in it. So I cannot continue. Nobody fails 2 times. Nobody make foolish move 2 times. So that is
I
it.
really understand you, but sometimes when you are grouping you always try to say some of the Benin. When you are saying the Benin, it's like you are grouping everybody together. Some of the Benin, they know themselves. You understand? These are the people that I feel the Asian have problem with. I cannot go to Asia.
We don't have problem with anybody. We are not at war with anybody. So we now listen, sir. We don't have problem with anybody. The people who have problem now are the people who are seeing the truth emerging. They are the one who have problem. We don't have any problem. It's not even a problem to us. What we are doing is talking to our people, sensitizing our people, letting them know what the meaning of oneness means, letting them know that we cannot continue to subject ourselves into supremacy and dominatory standard, and rightly defining ourselves and rightly stating out our history. So we are not at war with anybody. We don't have problem with anybody. Anybody who have problem with that, that is his or her cup of tea. So that is it.
But you grouping all Edo together, but it's somehow the real people from the land will not be happy when you are grouping.
Yes, the only people that see, sir, listen, sir. If you call, listen, my brother, don't take too much time. Listen, please. You cannot send me to do what I don't want to do. I have told you, you don't need to repeat it again. Don't force me into it. I have told you my stand, that is my stand. Everybody that is known as Benin people today is what has been known to the world. I am not in the right place to come and differentiate the Benin people. So say, this one is the real Benin people, this one is not the real Benin people. You that is Oyunu Nozedo, you are the one that have to be doing that. So, not me. You understand? Don't send me that message. I can't do that. The only thing
I'm not sending you a message. I just want you to pay some of the Benin.
No, sir. Please, that is not mine. You can't give me a message to do. No, sir. No, because it has been presented to the world that these are Benin people. That is who we know. For me, I don't know whether there is some original Benin or no original Benin. So you that know that there is original Benin or no original, you have to emerge to come and free your people. So I will not do that any longer. And the only people I know that are Benin people are the people that I know that are Benin people. I also, the ones that I know that those inside these Benin people, the people that are not Benin people today, I also know that these people are also Yoruba people that came from Yoruba land who are not the Bamiwo today, the Bamawo people. So I've stated that, you understand. So you also be doing your best. Nobody should rely on me to come and do a particular thing for them.
I really appreciate it. Thank you for giving me some time in your program.
Yeah, thank you very much. Oh yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you very much, caller. You understand? I know where he's going, and that is correct. That is correct. But I am also standing upon my correctness to let them know that no, I will not be the one to come and say this is the original Benin, this is not the original Benin. Now, I don't know myself, all the Benin people. Me, I don't know. But when they are trying to penetrate into us, I will also let them know. I'll use one as reference case. And there are a lot of chiefs, a lot of people, the people that followed Oromiyan, then that are now Edo speaking people. But their ancestry is Yoruba. That is why you hear Bamawo has no meaning in Benin. It's just a coin word from Bamawo. So the Bamawos today, they know themselves. So the Benin people should not expect me to come and be defining who are the true Benin and who are not the Benin. Those ones that mean well, that know that what I'm saying is correct, but I should be defining. No, it's Esan focus. I'm not for the Benin any longer. Whether the original one or the fake one. I don't know whether there's fake one there. I don't know whether there's original one there. So that is it. But the truth of the matter is, the Benin people can never see an Esan man and call you Obiedo Pataki. Because they know that you are not Obiedo Pataki. Obiedo Pataki means typical Benin person. Original. They cannot say half a mama and call that person Obiedo Pataki. It's not possible because they know that you are not Obiedo Pataki. So that is the differences I am talking about. We are one, but inside that one is there are departments. There are uniqueness. I've always used United Kingdom to make reference to us. As an example to us. It's one United Kingdom. It's one United Kingdom. But comprises of multi-ethnic group of people. You understand? Yes, for long they call us they also call us stranger. They call us Iran, Esan, Iran. That is what they always call us. So nobody should use us for a ride any longer. Thank you, everybody. If you still need to call in, you can call in before I close. But before I close, let me give you my music before I go.
Boy Production.
Bye everyone. Man, you okay, son? My vai in here. You okay, son? My really near. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, son, my really. Eh, my really. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, son, my really. Oh, yeah, yeah. We'll be looking at them, but now we've emerged. Keep sharing. If you have not shared, share. Before I close, share. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. And bye for now. Till I come your way some other day again. Remain blessed. Keep following Esan Focus Association. Keep sharing, keep liking, and keep giving us thumbs up. Thank you.